being a nominee for the Athena Award is really a wonderful tribute, and it truly recognizes not only my professional but my personal accomplishments, as well as service to the community. And it's really an honor that is not just reflective of my work, but it reflects countless individuals who have worked with me over 3+ decades. It has been particularly meaningful this year because the public health law has been modified in 2008 to reflect work that started here in Rochester, and it really has resulted in a permanent and statewide change in public health law and use of the MOLST program, the Medical Orders for Life-Sustaining Treatment program, that now can be used throughout the state of New York. And it has significantly changed the scope of practice of EMS because they are now able to follow medical orders written by physicians for life-sustaining treatments for folks who are seriously ill and at the end of life, and it wouldn't surprise you that they might die in the next year. And it's work that we started here back in 2001, so it's a very special honor. I have had the privilege of really working with many young women over the last 3 decades, and my first advice is advice that I got from my mother, and that is to share your time, your talent, and your treasure, and to serve the community. The other point that I always make is that you have to find joy in your life, and you have to find something in your life that brings you joy and meaning. And if you like what you're doing, you'll be successful. If you're not happy, it will be much more difficult to balance your personal and professional life. In terms of other characteristics, I really emphasize the importance of passion, commitment, and joy. And that's really been the secret of the success that I've shared. My mother is the most important and influential woman in my life, and as I mentioned earlier, she died in our home a year ago. We grew up, I was the oldest of 5 women, and grew up in a small coal mining town, and education was incredibly important to my mother. We were first generation off to college. No one certainly went to professional school. And so she didn't have the financial resources, but had the emotional resource and the support that was needed to basically go on to professional school and through every phase of my life. My father died young. He died 3 weeks before I finished medical school, and my mother continued to be the support not only to myself but to my 4 siblings, my 4 sisters. She encouraged me as I went out to start my own practice and became a small business owner. She encouraged me as I took my current position at Excellus Blue Cross Blue Shield. But most importantly, she encouraged me to really retain the importance of family and remember that as you do so much in your life, not to forget family. And she also taught me, as I shared earlier, the importance of sharing time, talent, and treasure.